what are the benefits and the risks. So I want us to think about that now. Fasting is clearly when you're restricting food or energy or calories. So when you're not eating food, and there are different types of fasts. Dry fast when you don't eat anything at all. Water fasting when you don't eat any food, but you can have some amount of water at some point during the period of the fast. Intermittent fasting when you are without food for certain hours of the day, and then for another designated period, then you're allowed to eat. So there are different types of fasting, but generally when you're fasting, what happens? So there are different things going on in the body. There's something called ketosis. Ketosis is a metabolic process. Because you've been starving the body of its usual glucose that you get from the food that you eat directly, the body then faces the fat that is stored and starts to burn that down instead. So that is one of the things that happens in ketosis. Another thing that happens during fasting is the body cleans out damaged cells, we think, by the process of fasting, so that it can generate new or healthier cells. So it's something called autophagy that the body is involved in. So, and the reason I'm bringing that in is because we're trying to look at the possible basis for fasting being of benefit in treating conditions like fibroids. So some scientists think that during fasting, this autophagy happens, which is the body clearing out damaged cells in order to create newer, healthier cells. So another thing that happens with fasting is that hormone balancing, hormone modulation. So it may be that during a fast, the body is able to repair an imbalance in some hormones during the fast. I didn't find specifically which ones might be affected, but there is some room to think that as the processes of ketosis are happening, as you're restricting yourself from eating certain types of foods, processed foods and all that, your body has the chance to balance some hormones. So that is one aspect that you may benefit from fasting. That's something that happens when you're fasting that you might benefit from. Of course, weight loss. Weight loss is a big one. So you would lose weight because, like we just said, you're burning fat, so you're going to lose weight. You might also find that inflammation is reduced. Inflammation, we know, or chronic inflammation in particular, is something that we feel is responsible for many types of disease conditions.